Alright, so here we go. I ordered a bait casting reel from Temu, okay? Not sure what to expect. I don't know which one this is, so when I see it, I'll be able to give you a price on it. But I bought two. I think the most expensive one was 31 bucks. And then the other one was like 21 bucks. But I've seen them on there for $16 and whatnot. But I tried to go with like a more, I guess you could say, higher end one in hopes of getting a decent reel. But let's break into this and take a look at it and see if this is a yay or a nay. If it's a decent reel, I would consider ordering another one. But I mean, it's gonna have to prove itself. Alright, so here's the box. 7:6 to 1 gear ratio. 11+1 ball bearings. Alright, so this one is the $31 one. Sugayalang. If you show up fishing with this, don't tell your buddies because they might make fun of you. But just keep the name to yourself. Let's see. Alright, let's get into it. The box is, it's not a cheap box. I mean, it feels fine. Comes bubble wrapped, protected. How about that? That is cool. Let's see how to get into this thing. Can y'all see that good? Yeah. All right. So first impressions of feel. The reel feels pretty nice. The weight feels good. It's not super, like it doesn't feel cheap. Look at that response. Really tight response there. Smooth. Super smooth. Just did quit spinning. Okay. All right, your tension's got clicks, positive clicks. Your drag has positive clicks. Let me get a close-up of it here. Looks kind of similar to like a Shimano. It's low profile though, I like it. Nice wide crank. Everything's real. Positive clicks. Only way to tell is gonna be to put it on a rod and see. I mean, as of right now, let's test this drag. Okay, drag works good. We're just gonna have to put it on a rod and see. So stay tuned for that. But so far, I'm not sure how to take that apart. Yep. Okay. All right. That looks pretty normal. Aluminum spool. Bearings. Everything appears to be pretty on par with other reels. Okay. All right. Sweet deal. Well, I will put some line on it, put it on a rod, and get back with you. I mean, the handles, they're rubbery. They feel about what you would expect from like not necessarily a cheap reel, but just a standard grip. Like it doesn't feel cheap, like fake plastic or nothing. It feels good. CNC aluminum, drag stars aluminum, frames aluminum. The worm gear guide is plastic, which isn't. It's not. I mean, that's pretty normal, is what I'm trying to get at. I have a Corrado, which is metal, but that's not an issue. so far, pretty cool. And I'll get back with you. All right, so to make this fair for the reel, right? So we're running a Temu Baitcasting reel, super clean reel. 11+1 ball bearings, 7:3-to-1 ratio. I thought the only way to make it fair was to put it on a decent rod. So this is a Temple Fork rod, 7 foot, medium heavy. So I thought the only way to get true testing out of this reel would be to put it on a decent rod, so you could, you know, you won't want to think the reel's shit because you've got it on a shit rod. That's what I'm trying to get at. Check that out. So that's a Temple Fork rod. I'm gonna throw some P-line 12-pound on it, and probably a spinnerbait. That way I could get put a load on it. You know, dual willows, just to try to put a load on it and see how it does. All right, guys, we're out here at the pond. I got this rigged up with a spinnerbait. I wanted it to, I wanted to rig a bait on there, not necessarily it's gonna catch fish, just I want to test it with something with a little drag and little weight on it to put it under a load. But we got it lined up with P-line 12-pound. We got you know, we got the Baitcasting reel on a Temple Fork rod. Get a good look at it there. I have tested the drag and the tension and the brake system on it just to get it set up so we don't embarrass ourselves. This is JC, is a buddy. He has not held this reel. He was not there for the unboxing. He has not watched the video that I made, so he is going into this blind. He brought one of his loos that we're going to compare it to, but you know, we're not new to this. I mean, we've thrown some nice rod and reels. I mean, some nice Shimano's, the loose tournament series. We've thrown some good stuff to compare it to, so we got a good basis. I'm going to give it a couple throws and hold what I think in, and let him have a couple throws and just kind of walk and talk us through what he thinks. So I'm gonna make a couple casts, and I'll grab the phone and walk around the pond while he fishes it, and we'll do a little review. But yeah,
it looks good, man. Looks good. That's the thing. I only saw a picture of it when he bought it. I ain't even seen it. It's the first time ever seeing it, so just a pretty much an unbiased review. Just gonna talk about it, break it down, and just tell you what we think about it.
All right. Hey, walk back there and see if you can see me good. I just want to make sure you can see me good. Good?
Oh, yeah. We see you perfect, bro.
All right, here we go. Test this out here. Nice little fall. All right, here we go. All right. Bring that camera up here and, yeah, just kind of hold it and show the reel in action here. Very, very, very tunable. Fishing really nicely. I'm not going to go into too many details because I want him to have his own opinion and really to feel it and test it. Let's see. And we actually got some good wind, so we're you can see the ripples. We're throwing into the wind, and it's not bird's nesting. So all right, so enough of me. I'm gonna let JC kind of walk around and make some casts, and I'm gonna follow him around wherever he wants to go to get the feel for this. He's actually gonna have more fishing time on it than me, because you already know my thoughts on it from when I unboxed it. We'll do an overall review at the end, but I want JC to kind of walk and talk and just tell me what you think, and you can go around the pond wherever. I'll just follow you.
Yeah, like I said, this is the first time I've even put this rod in my hand. I haven't thrown, I don't think, any Temu reels or anything like that. I mean, it's nice aesthetically. It looks good. It's like he said, it's 11 plus 1 ball bearings. What is it, 7.5 to 1 gear ratio? Or?
Yeah, 7.5 or 7.
I don't know if it says
I'd have to double check on that.
But yeah, I mean, this thing, I mean, it looks the part 100%.
How's it feel on the rod? I mean, it's paired with a Temple Fork Outfitters rod,
it
so
feels good, real smooth. We're gonna cast it a couple times
yeah,
to see what we think about it. I mean, it's smooth. It's smooth.
So what are you thinking? You know, make a couple more casts on it. Just dragging that spinnerbait easy. No crazy noises.
No. I mean, look at it. I mean, it looks like it looks like a Shimano kinda. And I've never, to be honest, I've never thrown Shimanos. Like you said, all I've really ever fished is Lose, you know, the old LFS, which is your $99.99.
So that's a good economy reel. I mean, that's
yeah.
I mean, for $100, it's the combo's 100, right? Or is the reel?
The reel.
Okay,
Yeah,
so the reel's
$99.
$100. So you know, for a lot of people that doesn't break the bank. $100 to get on the water. You know, pair it with a rod. You know, that's a good economy reel. Good for any. Yeah, that's a good tournament reel.
Yeah, for real.
$100, but you see this setup here, JC, that's a $31 reel paired with a $120 Temple Fork rod. So not an extremely high-end rod, but not a cheap rod either. And my goal with that was to pair it with a decent rod so you can get all you can out of the reel. I didn't want to pair it with something with broken eyes that I had laying around just because it was a cheaper reel. You know, I wanted to give it a fair chance.
And that's the thing. You know, a lot of people out here, you know, they'll fish with the Shimano DCs, you know, that's $250 plus and stuff. And, you know, a lot of your just normal fishermen, they're going to have something like this. They're going to have a, you know, a Abu Garcia Black Max.
Yeah, that's a common one.
And, man, I mean, they put that thing, you know, through everything. And they hold up, you know.
Yeah, and the Black Max, when I first got into fishing, was like, when I got the Black Max, I think the combo was $100 from Walmart. That thing still might be over at the house. I fished the mess out of that, and loved it.
I mean, look at that. I mean, I could throw it, not even put my daggum hand on it.
And you're not cutting yourself short either. You're getting still good distance out of it. You know, it's not like the brakes are turned and maxed out to where it don't bird's nest. He's actually getting distance on it. So, I mean, there's no crazy noises.
No.
Silent.
I mean, everything about it I like. I mean, it has good... I like the handles.
Okay.
The rubberized handles. They feel good in your hand. I mean, it fits good in the palm, too.
Yeah.
I mean, I like it, man. I mean...
So, what do you think? You know, I mean, like, what are some of the... Is there any cons?
To be honest,
to be determined. I mean,
yeah, I haven't found anything so far. I mean, it casts good, reel's real smooth. I mean, yeah, dude, for what, $30-something?
Yeah, $31.
$31, and that's the thing, and that's a lot of people. You know, there's not many reviews out there of reels like this. I mean, it is kind of hard to find, and just a old unbiased little review, you know.
So let me ask you this. Obviously we hadn't hooked in any big fish or caught any fish on it to test the strength of it.
Yeah.
So that's all to be determined later down the line, the overall review on it. However, as it stands, 0 out of 10 Temu reel. What are your thoughts and what would you rate it as it stands?
As it stands, man, I'd probably give it.
So you got the aesthetics. You gotta talk about that.
Yeah, all right. So aesthetics, I'll be honest, they knocked it out the park with this.
Yeah.
I mean,
silver is beautiful.
This looks like something that would be $150, $200.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you were to just give this to somebody, put it in someone's hand, and you would ask them how much you think that reel would be, they'd probably say, man, I don't know, 150 plus or something.
Yeah, easily.
I mean, it definitely does fit the part. I like the size of it. I like the reel handles.
Yep.
It throws good, reels good. Aesthetics, like I said, I'd give a 9.
Yeah, I mean that's a legit. I mean it really is, and it's low pro.
Yep.
The material feels nice. Metal drag star, metal crank, metal tensioner. All of them have clicks. I mean,
yeah, I mean it looks awesome.
What about overall feel and like
overall
usability?
Usability, like Tristan said, we haven't caught any fish with it yet, but you know, as we're out here just throwing it, I mean, heck, you know, overall, you know, the performance, how it reels, how it throws, heck, I'd give it an 8.5.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty good, and that's just because of the unknown, like the.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
I mean, it's awesome.
Yeah, I would definitely. We're gonna give it a test and see what we're gonna do. Give us a cast here. Give us a good cast here. Flawless, silent, no crazy grinding.
Real smooth. Yeah,
really smooth.
Yeah, no grinding of the brakes or anything like that.
Yeah, and the brakes do work. I did test them. There's a little knob. Okay, let me point that out real quick.
All right.
So this is how you actually adjust. So a lot of the times there's a dial here, or inside you can, you know, click it and adjust it. This one's actually on a roller dial. Not a huge fan of it. There's numbers, but they're kind of hard to see. But I mean, really, you have to weigh out your options. You're fishing with a $31 reel. I set the brakes perfectly, and it is throwing perfectly, so I don't tend to mess with those anymore. So I mean, overall, I'm happy.
Yeah,
with
something for $31. I mean, it far exceeds.
Yeah, and it doesn't feel bad. It just you'd have to make a cast and bird's nest it to figure out which direction you need to go.
Yeah.
So
I mean, yeah. So far, I mean, this is awesome.
All right, so we're gonna get back with you. We're gonna do a little bit of fishing. All right. So touch back a little bit about what you were saying about the price of reels and like what people like us would expect to have.
Yeah, so like I was telling him, by no means are we the best of the best. I mean, he's done some tournament fishing before. I've only gone and fished one or two, something like that. But I'm just an average Joe.
But an avid bass fisherman.
Yeah, avid bass fisherman.
You're no
absolutely
slouch.
Love it. I'm addicted to it. You know, every chance that I get, if I got a free afternoon and I ain't got nothing else to do, I'm going out on the river. And, you know, for what we do, this would fit into the description of what we fish with. Like I said, with the loos and stuff, or, heck, I don't know, some of your lower end, like Revos and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not out there to buy, like I said before over there, $250, $300 Shimano's and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it don't really make sense or applies to what I do.
Now, I have the Corrado, and I really like the Corrado.
Yeah.
However, that reel that he's holding right there is, it's too soon to tell, but it's there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's there. It's there. It's just as fishable to me as my Corrado.
Yeah.
And I don't know if y'all remember, but years ago, the Exoskeleton PT, I actually still have one, and during its time was like a $289 reel, and that reel that he's holding is easily just as fishable and just as smooth.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no grinding of the gears, no brakes. You get that little bit of crunchy sound. There's none of that.
Man,
none
of crazy. That. I mean, that was the Exo. How many years ago was that?
Shoot, that had to have been 2018, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
17.
And that's what's crazy. I mean, that's when you know, Quantum was pretty big, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Quantum's still good. I mean, I know a lot of people that still fish Quantum, but, you know, since the invention of the DC reels and stuff, it's just like they just got left behind.
Yep, exactly.
You know, and back in 2018 or 2017, I don't even know if Temu was even a thing then. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think they were. Somebody on here, Temu Guru might, but But yeah, this is it's pretty interesting, this whole process with Temu. I'm all for American made. I want that to be clear. I also want to be clear about, this is not a paid partnership. I paid with this with my own money. This will actually be the first YouTube video I've ever posted on bass fishing or anything, period. There's no monetary, you know, advance for me here. This is clearly showing you and answering questions, hopefully for you, that I wanted to be answered for me. Before I ordered this reel, I watched some YouTube videos on the Temu reels, and some were good, some were bad. And so I bought this reel, and I actually have another one coming that I'm going to do a video on as well. That's a $31 reel. The other one's a $21 reel. But I paid a little bit more. You can get Temu reels for 16 bucks, 15 bucks, 20 bucks, whatever. I tried to get the nicer ones from what I could tell on the page as far as ball bearings wise and like material. Aluminum, CNC aluminum's a big plus. And hoping to get more out of a cheap reel. If I would have went with a $15 reel that was plastic framed, you would expect less out of it. So I went with what would give me the best advantage for the price, best product for the price. So.
That's what we're talking about too. It 100% exceeds expectations. You know what I'm saying? With it being $31, I mean, that's what I told him. I mean, if you were to get a high-end reel or something, and started hearing grinding and all that stuff, you'd be disappointed. You know what I'm saying? You really you don't lose anything.
No.
Out of purchasing this reel. No. And that's what he wanted to do. Just buy this reel and just out of the enjoyment, give a review on it. Yeah. And it's awesome.
Yep. I don't see, from what I have seen so far, I don't see why you couldn't line your deck with 6 of those on and go to a tournament. Yeah. I don't see why you couldn't. That's just so far my thoughts on it. It is super fishable, super smooth, very, very pleased with it.
Yep.
So, well, we're gonna fish around a little bit. Gonna end this video shortly, but any last things?
Not really.
Would you recommend that to someone?
Yes, 100%. I would recommend this to anybody, to be honest with you. Like I said, you're not losing anything. Yeah. I mean, give it a shot. I mean, heck, you could get 3 of these for the price of a cheap lose.
Right. So we actually have his lose here.
Yeah, the LFS.
Good old LFS. What a lot of people fish with.
Yep. That's actually, as of right now, this is the I don't know what generation we call it, but they actually just came out with the new LFS at ICAST, and so that's the older one that most people have.
And now look, he's fished it. I mean, these grips are wore out. So I mean, he's gotten a lot out of this. We're not just talking to talk. I mean, we have fishing experience here, and that's what we're trying to base this off of. So anyway, we're gonna end this here. When the new reel comes in, I'll shoot a video and let y'all know.
Yep.
All right, deuces. Oh, he's on, dude.
Look at that.
How about that? How about that, dude?
That's a nice fish, man.
Chunk, man. Perfect, too. He ate that thing. He wanted that spinnerbait. Nice. On the Temu. Let's get this thing back in the water.